Nehal and Prag actually played as wild cards in this tournament, and today they need absolutely no introduction. And we've got three women players, Harika, Hampi and Vaishali, who've actually played in the open section when this was before Tata Steel Chess India made history, becoming the first tournament to have a women's section with the equal prize fund as the men tournament. And now, this has become a mainstay in the chess calendar. It's the strongest event to take place on Indian soil with the biggest stars in the chess world. And it would not have been possible without the unwavering support of Tata Steel. And we thank them. We are grateful for their dedication in nurturing talents and making champions. And I now invite on stage a very special guest, Mr. Sarvesh Kumar, the Chief Corporate Communications Tata Steel, to share his thoughts on the tournament going into its 6th edition.
Thanks, Tanya. Very good evening to all of you. A warm welcome to the Grandmasters, my friends from media, chess enthusiasts from across the country, officials who will be part of the tournament for the next 5 days. It's so wonderful to be back again in the City of Joy for the 8th edition or the 6th edition of Tata Steel Chess. When we started this platform in 2018, this was inspired by what the tournament that we have in Vacancy, which is, many of us sitting here played in the tournament called the Wimbledon of chess, so to say. And so Tata Steel has created 2 platforms which is across the globe, which is kind of premium platforms to allow players across the world to take part. We are so happy to see that such platforms, which in the last 8 years, has produced such wonderful or nurtured or helped such wonderful Indian stars. Some of them are sitting here. And the glory that they're bringing every day to this country. And we all know this chess Olympiad, which just happened a couple of months back in Hungary. Indian team, both men and women, won the gold. And 5-6 days from now, Gukesh would be playing the championship to bring glory to the country. Now what? And over the last 6 years, 8 years, the players who have been part of the Chess Olympiad, who have won glory, have played on this platform over the last 6-8 years. So that gives us a lot of satisfaction, because the main objective of Tata Steel creating such platform or nurturing such platform is to allow such sporting talent to shine, to play with the world's best, and to bring glory. I would like to thank Jerome for being part of both the events, both in Netherlands and in India, and getting the professionalism there, the standard, the world-class standard that is required to host such kind of tournament. I would like to thank Rishi Anand, whom I told is joining tomorrow, who has been the event ambassador and who has been the mentor, guide, and one of the force behind what we have today. I would also like to thank the FIDE, the Indian Chess Association. The officials will be there, who will be part of this 5-day tournament. I would like to thank the media people, the kind of scores of media people, friendly media people who come here too. And some of them have come from places like Chennai and Tamil Nadu and other places to cover this tournament. And not to forget, special thanks to my friend Jeet from Game Plan, who has helped us develop this world-class platform, so that this platform is able to nurture, support, and give full force to the chess as a sport. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. Tata Steel has been instrumental in the world of chess. And now it's time to invite the stars of the show and get to know the players a little bit. We'll start off with the ladies, and I'll call them one by one on the stage. And a quick question for them. First, I'd like to call on Vantika Agarwal. So Vantika, my first question to you, actually my only question to you, is do you have a lucky charm or a pre-game ritual?
Not really.
Nothing. Remember we played in the Olympiad together, so I kind of have some inside info here.
No, I think nothing like that.
Alright, please give it up for Vantika Agarwal. Thank you. The next player, Valentina Gunina. Valia, welcome to the tournament. You told me you're very excited to be here.
Yes, it's my first time to India.
We're very happy to have you with us, and I want to know, what do you enjoy more? Is it the messy, chaotic positions, or do you like strategic positional battles?
Well, I arrived just today, 10 a.m., just so serious question you ask me. I like to be here, okay?
Fair. But if you had to pick one, I feel like I know you as an attacking chess player.
Yeah, but I get older, and I becoming more solid, I hope.
Alright, well, we love to see the fighting chess you bring on the board. Please give a round of applause to Valentina Gunina. And our next player is Alexandra Kosternig, also known as the Chess Queen. Alexandra, I've got another serious question for you.
Great.
What has been your biggest life lesson from chess?
That chess is not always helpful in life.
Well, would that be your advice to the young girls then?
No, chess is just a game. It's not life.
Alright, fair enough. That's Alexandra Kosternig, the chess queen. Please give it up for... The next player is Vaishali Ramesh Babu. Vaishali, you specifically asked for an easy question, so I'll try to make it easy. Now, as the older sister in the golden siblings of India, what is the most annoying thing about Prague?
A lot of things, but I can't say it now.
A lot of things. Is there any one that you can give away?
Very messy person.
Alright, so Prague is messy. Prague, you better think of an answer because I've got something similar for you later. Alright, Vaishali Ramesh Babu, everyone. Next up, we've got Harika. Harika, you've been part of this tournament since its very beginning. You played as the addition, and now you also have a daughter who's 2 years old. And she's already a big part of your journey. You've had some of your biggest chess results and chess moments with her around. I'm thinking about the 2 Olympiads. Do you secretly, or perhaps now not so secretly, want Hanvi to become a chess player?
Not at all. I don't want her to be, for sure, not a chess player. I don't know what I want her to be, but I just know that not chess anymore. I think enough stress I had in life. I just want her to be out of this.
It's a really honest answer because I don't know what's going on with Alexandra saying that, it's not great for life, and Harika saying that she perhaps doesn't want, but sports in general would encourage.
It's just stressful because we already faced it. We wouldn't want, whom we love to go through this. So that's it.
That's a very honest thing. Thank you so much, Harika. And next on stage, I'd like to invite Divya Deshmukh. Divya, I think you've got the easiest of the lot here. Who has been your inspiration in chess?
I would not want to disappoint everyone, but I don't have an inspiration.
So nobody who inspired you to get into the game?
I don't really have an inspiration, but my dad used to play with me and I wanted to beat him really badly, so that's why I learned it.
I know exactly how competitive you can, so totally believe that. Alright, Divya Deshmukh, everyone. Next up, we've got Nana Zagnitse. Nana, classical, rapid or blitz, which one do you like the most and why?
Rapid and blitz, I guess.
You have to pick one, but I love that you like both.
I prefer to play rapid and blitz than classical because I think it's more excitement and for me as a mom of 3 kids, to go home quickly.
I know I was supposed to ask you one, but I must now. Harika said she wouldn't want Hanvi to get into chess. What about you? Would you try to encourage them to play?
Yeah, they already play chess, they know how to play, but as a professional, the same, I think the same as Harika, because it's really tough job.
It's a tough game indeed, thanks to Nana. And next on stage, I'd like to invite Katrina Lahano. Katrina, welcome. If you could ban any chess opening, which one would it be and why?
Well, I like to play Greenfield. I would always like to play with black, so it's very sharp and a very dynamic opening, so I will pick this one.
But that's the one that you would like to play. But if you could cancel a chess opening that you never want to see being played,
Berlin, of course.
I think that would be a lot of fun here. I would next like to invite on stage Alexandra Goreshkina. I'm not sure if I might need some translation help here, so ladies, help me out. Alexandra, you have to settle the bishop versus knight debate. Are you team bishop or are you team knight, and why?
Knight.
And why?
Because
Just because. Alright, fair. I think a lot of players would pick knight because it is the trickiest piece in chess. Finally, I would like to invite the face of Indian chess for many, many years. She's been at the very, very top of the chess world for almost a decade now. India #1, Kunaru Hampi on stage. Hampi, you're a veteran here, you've been at every edition of the Tata Steel Chess India, and you've inspired so many young kids to take up the sport. What would be your one advice to them?
I think it's most important to enjoy the sport rather than thinking about the results.
And what is it that you enjoy the most about the event?
It's more fun playing the rapid and bleach, and also at the same time with the youngsters who are very more than 10-15 years younger than me, so it's good to compete with them. And at the same time, the initiative Tata Steel has taken up to bring up the sport in a great way in India. I think that that gives a lot of impact in the Indian chess.
It's definitely had a huge impact. We've seen the players who started in the first edition and just where they are in the chess world. Tata Steel Chess India has become the biggest and the strongest chess tournament to take place on Indian soil. And this is our star cast of Tata Steel Chess India Women Tournament. Please give them a huge round of applause. And we thank the players for sharing a bit of themselves with us. And now it's time to move on to the drawing of lots, where we will set up the matchups for the coming days for the Tata Steel Chess India women. And for this, first I'd like to invite back on stage Jeroen Vandenberg to help me out with the first two picks. And we're going to do this in a fun way, Jeroen. You will be picking up a scarf which will have a name of a player, and the player will walk up, the scarf will be handed on, and then you girls get to do something fun. You have to burst the balloon and a number will be revealed. Jeroen, please start. You can pick and choose whichever one. Alexandra Goryachkina. Alexandra Goryachkina at number 2, and we will have the matchups which will get displayed here, and the second player is Vantika Agarwal seated at 3. Thank you so much, Jeroen. And now I invite Mr. Sarvesh Kumar back to draw out the next two players. Katrina Lano. That's at number 5. Say the next player. Harika. Harika at 10. Thank you so much, sir. And for our next two players, I would like to invite Grandmaster Dibendu Barwa, Vice President of All India Chess Federation. Valentina Gunia Valia, as we like to call her. I'm really happy to see her go in that direction. It's number 8. Alexandra Kostanek. Number 9. Next, thank you so much, Mr. Barwa. Next, I would like to invite the General Manager at Taj Bengal. Firstly, thank you so much for your warm hospitality, Mr. Arnab Chatterjee. Nana. Nana really went for it, and it is number 1. Divya? Number 7 for Divya. And next now for the final 2, I've got to invite a very, very, very special guest. He's a little master, India's and the world's youngest rated chess player. He's just 3 years old and already has a rating of 1555. Please give a very warm welcome to Anish Sarkar. Vaishali. Can we cheer him on? Anish, you have to pick one more. It's number 4 for Vaishali. I think Anish wants to prick one of the balloons, but first. Humpy? It's number 6. Anish? Sorry, Anish, can I have you... Oh. Anish, can you come on the stage for 1 minute? Anish, who is your favorite chess player?
Miss Giri.
Why do you like him? Because of his name. That's a fair answer. Well done, Anish. And we've got the matchups for our opening round of the Tata Steel Chess India women. They are in front of us. It will be Nana versus Harika. Alexandra Gorishkina against Alexandra Kostanuk. Vantika Agarwal up against Valentina Gunina. Vaishali versus Divya Deshmukh. Katrina Lano against Kineru Hampi. And we will open the floor for 2 or 3 media questions or from the audience to get the insights from these ladies before they start their Tata Steel Chess India campaign. Anyone? Yes. Can we have a quick group photo? Thank you so much, ladies, and all the best. And now it's time to welcome on stage the participants of the Tata Steel Chess India, and I will be inviting them one by one. We start with, from India, SL Narayanan. As it's your debut at the tournament, is there any one player you're particularly looking forward to playing against?
Of course, I'm looking forward to playing against Magnus. I have not played against him. Only I have person to look maybe. That is it. Yeah.
We look forward to that matchup. Next, I would like to call on stage Nihal Sareen. And Nihal's had quite a journey at this tournament, making his debut as a wild card back in 2018. Nihal, you're popularly known as the Bullis Beast. What is your secret to staying calm when the clock ticks slow and during time pressure? Because we all need to learn from that.
I have to say, I guess, just experience.
So you think just playing over and over again helps?
Yeah.
So what are you looking more forward to, the rapid or the blitz here?
I have to say, I just want to do my best and work.
Alright, we wish you all the best. Next on stage, I'd like to invite Daniel Dubois, who will be playing the event for the first time. Daniel, welcome to Kolkata firstly. You're widely regarded as an extremely creative player. What is your inspiration behind this brand of chess that you play?
Maybe Mikhail Tal, yeah, but I'm probably old-fashioned. As we could have heard, like the young generation says there is some inspiration in it, so I'm old-fashioned in that sense, yeah, Mikhail Tal maybe.
Do you think you're the most creative player in this field?
I don't think there is a way to find out it. Yes, actually, I think so.
Alright, good answer. Next on stage, I would like to call upon Vincent Timer from Germany. Vincent, you've got a very easy question. What are you second most talented at? You've got a pianist, we're so soon going to have a guitarist on the stage as well. Thank you so much, Vincent, for that. And next up, I would like to call on stage Pragnananda. did warn you about this. It's going to be a sibling question. Now, as the younger brother, what do you think is Vaishali's best quality?
Oh, best.
Why do you think so much?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she likes to do things perfectly, which is completely opposite of me, and sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it's also.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Yeah, speaking of creativities, they're not even creative enough not to sit next to the previous person talking, right? So what are you talking about?
Alright, next on stage, I would like to invite the newest guitarist on the scene. It's Vidit Gujarati. Vidit, my first question to you, and honestly this is not part of the script, but I have to throw it in. You've been posting a lot of guitar content. If you had to pick two bandmates from your competitors here, who would it be?
From the players who are here, I mean, I have to take Vincent because he's the only one who's skilled at some musical instrument. And personally, I've seen that Arjun can be a great singer, like excellent singer, and he can be a lead vocalist. Yeah, so I think that would be a great band. We'll have to come up with a name for it.
Maybe I'll ask you at the closing ceremony the name for the band. But what I wanted to ask you first was that you've also been such an integral part of the Tata Steel Chess India. How have you seen the tournament evolve over the years?
I think I've played all the editions, so I've literally seen it evolve every year. I'm very grateful to be here again. I think it has always been a strong tournament, so that has been the constant. But now I see that the ratio of young players versus experienced players is different. I think I remember Nihal and Krug making a debut where they could barely reach the other side of the board, and now they're already extremely good top players. So, and I think there are more young players. I think back then it was only two. So that's the big difference, I would say.
Well, it's awesome to have you back with us, Vidit. Thank you. And before I move on to the next, Vincent, would you agree to Vidit's invitation to be part of his band?
I don't think that'd be a big help.
You got one, we'll ask the other one soon as well. Next on stage, please give it up for Wesley So. Hi Wesley, welcome back. Is this going to be your 5th Tata Steel Chess India? What do you enjoy the most about playing here?
Well, I love the people. I love the Indian people. We have many friends here, so I love playing every year.
We love having you here as well. And is there something as a player that you're most looking forward to playing at the event this time?
Well, I think, if I remember correctly, I've never played Arjun before. And he's become 10 times better than what he used to be. So, and yeah, now he's number 2, number 3 in the world. So I really look forward to playing against him. And also big congratulations to him and to Kesh for being good so much.
Thank you so much, Wesley. We look forward to all the fights on the board. And next, I would like to invite on the stage Natabek Abdusattarov. We hear that he's sleeping right now, so was unable to make it. The next player on stage that I'd like to call on is Arjun Aragasi, who's making his 4th appearance at the Tata Steel Chess India. Arjun, first question has to be, we heard that you've got a great singing talent. Would you accept Vidit's invitation to be part of his band?
I think only people who know about my singing skills know about it. But it was actually being sarcastic. But yeah, it would definitely be something new, so I would accept it.
And do you have a playlist that you listen to get in the mood of the game?
No, I don't have any particular playlist.
And Arjun, what are you most looking forward to in this edition of Tata Steel? It's going to be your 5th appearance.
I think it's my 4th one, and last year I had a poor performance, so I would definitely have to make it better.
Well, we look forward to the fight, and as Wesley said as well, that you're definitely a player to watch out for here. Arjun Aragasi, everyone. And finally, on the stage, I would like to call the one and only, the world number 1. He is Magnus Carlsen. Last he was here was in 2019, where he won the event. It's great to have you back with us, Magnus. Magnus, you are... It's working?
I think so.
You're returning to Kolkata after winning the event in 2019. It's actually a 2-part question. What are you most looking forward to in the tournament and off the board?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm most looking forward to on the board. I always enjoy getting to test myself against the younger generation, and I'm always, very curious to see how much they've improved since the last time we play, and usually it turns out they've improved a lot, but not always enough. But apart from that, I'm very much looking forward to seeing all the Indian chess fans. Like it's quite chaotic. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do it every single year. But every time it happens, it's fun.
Thank you so much for that. And Magnus, I've got one more question for you. You've been the world number 1 for now 13 years, and I'm trying to remember, and the only time that it comes to my mind when there was a real challenge to that was back in 2018 with Fabi. How much longer till before you start feeling that there's a real challenger for that spot?
I think it sort of depends on the others a bit. I think there's definitely been deflation in the chess ratings. So a level of 2830 that I am at now probably would correspond to like 2850 about 10 years ago, and not a lot of people have reached that. So I think there are certainly a lot of people who have the chance to surpass me, but we'll see when it happens. But I don't play a lot of classical chess, so whenever somebody is going to pass me, I wouldn't particularly mind.
And Magnus, you've always spoken about how much you enjoy the competition from the younger generation. What is it about that inspires or motivates you?
I feel like it's just very, very interesting to see the younger players who play a little bit of a different brand of chess, and also when you have players who may have markedly improved since the last time you play them, it's an interesting challenge. Like a lot of the older players that are part of my generation, like they're not going to surprise you in a major way. You sort of know where they stand. But with the younger generation, trying to learn, trying to understand.
And you've been a big inspiration for this younger generation. If I ask you, who has been your inspiration in chess, and why?
No, I think really I don't have one particular person who's an inspiration either. Like I cannot remember a time when I was thinking I wanted to play like a certain player. So I've learned, like I love chess history, and I love learning from the players both past and present, but I cannot, with any honesty, pinpoint a single name.
And now India has this huge talent, and one of them is 3-year-old, the youngest ever rated player, Anish Sarkar here. He's with us. If you were to give him one advice right now, what would that be?
Yeah, first of all, it's really amazing to know the level he's at. I have a little nephew who's turning 4 in a few days, and you know, he's a bright young child, but I don't see him getting a rating of 1500 anytime soon. So that is very impressive. But yeah, most of all, just try and enjoy as much as you can. Don't think about ratings, results, titles, and so on, because they will come automatically. And yeah, just do what you love.
Do what you love. And Magnus, would it be okay if I invited Anish to the stage to have a photo with you? Anish?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, Anish. Thank you. That has to be one of the cutest moments that I've seen. Anish Sarkar, the youngest rated player ever, with widely considered the GOAT of chess, world #1, Magnus Carlsen. And also joining us now is Nordebek Abdusatro, who's woken up. So Nordebek, welcome. Please join us on the stage. Nordebek, I know you've just woken up, but this is a bit of a tough question. But there is this very competitive rivalry between you and your generation, the players from India. Is there any one particular player that you really enjoy playing against?
Yeah, it's a tough question because first of all, I was asleep a few minutes ago and I'm here, so it's already in progress. Yeah, they are all very strong. You know, if you look at Arjun, he did, I mean, very impressive job in a span of, you know, a couple of months. And yeah, I enjoy playing against all of them, and particularly against, I would say, Gukesh.
And why Gukesh?
Well, because I understand his chess game.
I think that would be a whole separate interview that we'd like to get into at some point, because we're all trying to figure that chess out. But Nordebek, I'm going to let that be for now, and we have to proceed with the drawing of lots. I would once again like to call upon Mr. Jeroen Vandenberg. And it's the same drill. We've got the beautiful stars for the players and then the balloons.
कीड़े हाँ बहुत ज़्यादा बहुत ही मीडिया लोग रहे हैं ऐसा मेरा स्पॉट मिल गया मैं सब कुछ सिखाया नीचे देखना
Number 1. It is. Number 9. Thank you, Jeroen. Next, I would like to invite back on Mr. Sarvesh Kumar to draw the next two players. Nihal's number through the process of elimination at some point. Butterback?
ज़्यादा हवा भर दिया लगा थोड़ा
Thank you, sir. Next on stage, I would like to call back upon Grandmaster Dibendra Barwa, Vice President, All India Chess Federation. What is it? Two for Wesley. Five for Daniel Dubov. Good aim. Thank you so much, Mr. Barwa. Next up, I'd like to call back upon Mr. Arnav Chatterjee. Ten for Vincent Khanna. Thank you so much, Mr. Chatterjee. Three for Arjun. And can we have back on stage Anish to help the players pick the numbers? Magnus? It's just meant to be. Okay. Four for Magnus Carlsen. They're still in three because we don't really know Nihal's number. That's seven for Pragnananda, 8 for Nihal Sareen. Thank you so much, Anish. Thank you, Prag. And these are the matchups for round 1 of the Tata Steel Chess India. It's S.L. Narayanan versus Vincent Kema, Wesley Shaw against Vidit Gujarati, Arjun Aragasi will play Nihal Sareen, Magnus Carlsen takes on Pragnananda, and Daniel Dubov against Nadirbek Abdul Satarov. We are going to open the floor to some press or audience questions for the players to get their insights before they start tomorrow. And we'll hand over the mic to anyone who'd like to ask a question.
12% है भाई इसका क्या होगा छत नहीं भाई
Pictures will be after this.
कि बंद कर दोगे चलो चलो प्रॉब्लम बहुत बहुत भीड़ है मेरे से भी परेशान हो रहा है
A quick question for Magnus. This is Bhadim. I'm with National Huddle.
Yes.
Magnus, you said that you are not very much into classical chess these days, and we've seen that you're not part of the candidates race. But you pick and choose your stuff. Like you're very interested with the Global Chess League, as well as next month you're playing at home. So what is the thinking? How do you pick and choose the tournaments?
Yeah, these days it's very easy. I try and play tournaments with formats that I like against strong and interesting opposition. So I'm playing a match of freestyle chess in next week, basically against Fabiano Caruana. Then I will play a bunch of tournament with freestyle next year as well. That is sort of the longer chess that I play. Apart from that, I enjoy Rapid and Blitz a lot, both online and over the board. So yeah, that is more or less the thinking. So this tournament has both Rapid and Blitz, so it's perfect for me.
Next question.
Hello, Magnus. Well, your reign as the world champion began here in India 11 years ago, 2013 in Chennai. So how much do you think Indian chess has changed since then?
Oh, I mean, it's very simple. The kids who were, like, I was playing a simul. I came here in August. I came to Chennai to look at the facilities and so on. And I played a simul against. I was told I'm going to a school. I'm meeting with some kids and playing some of the better kids in the area. And it feels like half of the kids are now either grandmasters or some of them are even playing the very top tournaments. So I mean that's what I feel like has changed. That those who were kids back then are now the core of the Olympiad winning team, and Indian chess has come a long way since then. Much thanks to Anna and of course in this and all we did for Indian chess.
And I have a question for Wesley as well. Obviously, the World Championship is around the corner, so everybody here would be interested to know how do you look forward to that championship match, and how do you view the chances for both the players, Gukesh and Didier?
Yeah, really looking forward to it because actually World Championship matches are my favorite events to watch out of any sporting event. Just two players battling it out. I think one of the best that I've seen was Magnus against Fabiano, 2018. I would stay up until 3 in the morning watching the game. Just there's an explosion of ideas, and then it's a 1 versus 1 battle. So it's going to be very interesting. I mean, I guess 99.9% of the people here are rooting for Gukesh. So because I'm in India, I also say I'm rooting for Gukesh. And well, I talked to many grandmasters, and Ding has been in very bad form recently, and so all the grandmasters I talked with, they say that it won't last 14 games, but we'll see what happens.
My question is for Prag and Magnus. Of course, a blockbuster opening round of games for you guys. One for Prag this side. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So, Prag, what is one standout quality in Magnus which you admire the most? And same question to Magnus. What's one standout quality of Prag that you admire?
Yeah, for me, his will to win is something that I really admire. He keeps playing in even in positions that most people would just agree to a draw, and he just keeps playing and sometimes even wins them. So that's something that I really like in his play.
Same question for Magnus.
Yeah, it's the same answer. So, I think Prag has an incredible fighting spirit, and yeah, I mean he fights off, like he gets into time trouble a lot, but even there he's playing quite ambitiously, always trying to win. So if I've been inspiring him there, I think he's done a very, very good job.
Well, I have a question for Nodibet. Yes, earlier in that, maybe I will take it forward from what Tanya was asking you. One of the players that you enjoyed most from the Indian youngsters is Gukesh. So the World Championships coming up. So so you said you understand Gukesh's chess. So how do you look forward to the World Championship match, and do you foresee yourself maybe challenging Gukesh for the World Championship one day?
Yeah, of course, it's going to be very interesting. I think Gukesh is a small favorite in this upcoming match. I mean, a lot depends on Ding's form, and if he brings his decent chess, then it's might be very, very tough match. About my perspectives, I mean, first of all, I have to qualify for the candidates, and that's my goal. And maybe we'll talk about the match later.
Do we have any more questions?
Hi. My question is for Magnus. Magnus, in one of the videos you were trying to analyze all the Indian players, and you were discussing how they are good when it's about the ability of calculating. But when it's about intuition of playing a good move, I mean, they are not that at par with, Chinese player or something of that sort. So if you have to analyze all the Indian players, would you still stand on your analysis?
If you're asking me if I still believe that the Indians are great at calculating, then yeah, I still believe that. I mean, obviously, these are very different players, so they have very different styles. But what is certain is that all of them calculate extremely well, and I think that speaks to the work that's been done in the Indian chess school over the last 15-20 years, really, where all of the good youngsters are being taught in a really good way, which you can very clearly see.
And would you make a comeback in classical chess, or would you rather play more classical chess if any of the youngsters, would do well in the coming days?
Doesn't matter to me.
Other question.
Okay, this will be the last question.
This is for Vidit. So I heard that you have picked up the guitar recently and you have become very serious at it. Does that help your chess, having a musical pastime of that sort? And just a comment on India's rise, stellar performances at the Chess Olympiads. How much does a tournament like Tata Steel help that cause? These two comments on these two.
What was the second question?
About India's stellar performances in recent times, especially at the Olympiad, and tournaments like Tata Steel, does that have a bearing on that kind of a success and on the guitar part as well?
Well, sometimes when I look at my games and I think, how did I lose this question? I think of an alternative career, and that's when I go to my guitar. But on a serious note, I think it's just like a hobby, because we are playing all the time, and that's my way to unwind. So that's the only reason. I think it's not a surprise that Indian players are doing well. I think many people saw it coming, so it's not a surprise. There was a lot of talent, but now many of the players are just like well-established top players. So it's just natural progression, I would say. Now the curious thing is what will happen next, because now Gukesh is playing the World Championship. That will garner more interest in the chess fans in India, and we already see a next generation here taking up the charts. So it will be curious to see where Indian chess goes in the next 5 to 10 years, something which we can't even imagine. So let's see.
Thank you so much to everyone for the answers by the players as well. And you have more days of action coming up, so you'll have plenty of time to drill our stars of the tournament. And I request the players to stay seated. We will have a group photo soon, but before that, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Jeet Banerjee, founder and director of Game Plan Sports, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tanya, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. It looks like we're going to have 5 days of very exciting chess ahead. I'll keep my vote of thanks short because I think everybody would like a break. Firstly, thank you to all the players who've agreed to come and play this tournament. We like to keep this tournament in a format where we have 5 Indian players and 5 international players. So thank you to all the 10 Indian men and women, and also to all our international players. I'd like to thank Rishi Anand, who's not here today but will be here from tomorrow, for continuing to be the ambassador of our tournament. I'd like to thank Tata Steel, without whose generous patronage we would not be able to do this tournament year on year at such a high scale. I'd also like to thank Runwald Realty, who's coming this year as one of our partners. To chess.com, to be our broadcast partner, and ChessBase for India for being our digital partner. I'd like to thank All India Chess Federation and the Bengal State Chess Association for helping us with all the technical details that are required for this tournament. All our arbiters, our tournament director from Netherlands, who comes back year after year and has been a great help from day one of this tournament, Jeroen Vandenberg. Lennart, who's come from Netherlands as well and who helps us out whenever he can. Tanya, who's been here from I think the first edition of this tournament. Thank you to all the media who are here today to cover this draw of lots. I hope you all will be here in good numbers for the next 5 days. And last but not the least, to Taj Bengal for being our hospitality partner. I hope all the players are comfortable here. Look forward to the next 5 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jeet. And now it's the moment that all of you have been waiting for. We'll have the group photos with the boys first, and then we will invite the ladies on stage. We'll do that next. And now can I please invite back on stage all the ladies for a photo, 20 players for Tata Steel Chess India, the 6th edition. Guys, the tournament hasn't started. You can smile a little bit. And finally, can we have a huge round of applause for all our players who will be in action tomorrow at the Dhanodanya Auditorium. Thank you so much and enjoy the evening.